Tests. Okay, that's good. Oh, only 4 people. Smallest queue I've seen so far. Alright, so welcome back to my Teamajig. I decided to turn these streams into videos if I ever get to editing them. The goal is to get to the first dungeon, and then I'll call it there, like an introduction to Shadowbringers or whatever. And I figure why not. So last time we became citizens of this place. After I became a painter for some person. And I'm watching a man put a gator into a garbage bin. Dang. Oh, is that even a player? I guess not. Alright, so let's get back to business. Welcome to the Bureau of Registration. Papers, please. And of course the fans going out loud and proud as soon as I started. What we have here, Alphanon, artist, Usain, artist assistant, to be employed in the service of Lord Chadnus and Lady Dalacha. Yes, everything to be in order. Your registration hereby approved. I think it's best that we deliver you to the Chai residence before. Sniffing, oh dear. You smell hideous. Did you crawl through a ditch? It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. Well, I understand me, but I don't know about Alphanon. Please proceed directly to the diesely whatever next door and scrub yourself clean. Use whatever showers are free. After you rinse away that stench, you'll want to splash yourself with this perfume, literally. Once you made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the child resident. Coronated guard by the stairs will give you directions. I hadn't realized we were so aromatic, my character. Up next door. I guess there's no gender bathrooms. I doubt they care. The curtain's there anyways. You rinse yourself clean in a stream of water. Nodders. Now yes, I do shower with my clothes on. Apply the sweet smelling perfume. You apply the perfume as directed, and a delicate scent of roses fill the air. I didn't know that bathroom was taken. Yeah, screw peeking. Oh, you shadow and dress already, have you? It is not that is to say him is rather exposed to one's ablutions, does it not? Hurry up and shower, Stinky. What would a Stydian say? Alice say would have been drying her hair by now. Hurry up and shower, Stinky. Oh, white mage as well. Fine, just a quick rinse then. Alright, so someone's shy. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road has been successfully expunged. Shall we go and present ourselves to our new patrons then? Yes. I wonder if I turn off the heater. Oh. Indeed I have. Let us continue. You're looking to present yourself to the chairs, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer is called a buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters, and above that you got the canopy, which is where the free citizens in Elmore spend their days. So if you want to find new patrons, you'll need to keep climbing until you run out of stairs, then look for a grand dime parlor. They'll be in there, like as not. Okay. Dang it. Oh, wait. There we go. Make a quick detour to claim to use this. And then we'll continue on with our objective. Nuts board? Okay. I don't know, attention to detail, I guess. They look like prison cells, but they just put their supplies in there. I mean, having a secure place for your supplies is always good. Ooh, an Aeterite. According to the message engraved in the base, special permission is required to use this Aeterite. Well, crap. How's my gear? Well, at least there's people here. Hold on, I want to get a good look at these people. Chestnut. Oh, I remember these two. I seen a fan art of them online. Cool.
Oh, who's this then?
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me! What an adorable boy! That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers. one, dearest. I am positive he'll paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alphino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
Your assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together or not at all. Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture has begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
I like how you said it's like, I have no idea what's going on. Just look at the old ass cat guy.
Did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content.
Then Christ off and on.
Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Oh, we made it. What the heck is... Oh, there he is. Oh, wait, I want to see. I want to sit as well. Of course. Now you the opportunity to experience Uma, and I suggest you make the most out of it. Explore the city top to bottom. In other words, I'll start with the canopy and go from there. Try running around market stops, perhaps. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only to you to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I would appreciate, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about a new place of residence. And she has a fat cat minion. Jealous. I think that should be like my new goal. Alright. Oh, hello there. Fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Well, tis lovely to make your apprentice. Speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't be having to run into my attendant on your wandering, would you? Big strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I'd dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting out here alone. He's been out searching for it. I am not terribly fond of being alone. If you do see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on a message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Okay. I'm just having a look around. Still don't have special permission yet. Sucks. I think my icons are a bit too small. They're already at that much? Yeah, screw it. Save. Good enough. Much better. What the, what? Wicked, wait, that was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief, see? The wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. You must think highly of your mistress. She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Elmore, I thought of only improving my lot in life. But there is so much more in the city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents all treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has ever been so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in I forgot the name of this place already. Coolisa, where I could possibly be happier. Sorry, I might have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, if you should come with me to meet my lady, once she hears of your deed, you'll witness to her generosity firsthand. Oh, she already told you to forget the handkerchief anyways. What? Lonely, you say? Curse my clumsy feet. I must return to her immediately. Yeah, you could have went the other way, but you know, okay. Actually, no, he had a better idea. My attendant told me everything. I'm so very grateful you dared to offer your assistance. No problem. You seem like a dedicated patron. Yeah, you seem like a dedicated patron. Oh, my attitude is not unusual, I assure you. Without the efforts of our bonded residents, we free citizens would not enjoy the pleasures of our daily lives. They are deserving of unending gratitude. Perhaps in another society, our different standing would breed prejudice, or resentment, but in Elmore, a most glorious measure is in place to avert such unpleasantness. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes upon restoration. All of our property, financial, and otherwise is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and accommodates to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concerns of earning coin has almost miraculously effort on our people's outlook. There's no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents for whom to enjoy a tranquil existence. Now, if you excuse us, I must see what the market has to offer us as a reward for the returning of my handkerchief. Oh, and I'm not forgotten about you, of course. Our courageous messenger turned rescuer. A taste of honey. One sec. All this talk of relying on the bond, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope I haven't interrupted your work on Dolly. A tourist city it is, then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B usually has a seat near the entrance. She'll gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Dear Lord Afnan, I pray for you. Oh, that is... Oh. Is that prison wearing a unicorn horn? Wait. Okay. Of course. Wait, freaking... I thought that character, that NPC was somewhere else. Oh. Welcome to the Beef Hive, my little drone. Seeking the sting of excitement, living up your day? I can tell at a glance when folks are new to our happy colony. It's the nervous fluttering, you see, always gives them away. Why don't we play some cards to sit at your ease? A quick game of high and low, a simple matter of guessing who has the bigger hand. If you win, I'll grant you a single favor within reason, of course. Ready for a game of high and low, then? Let's play. Good for you. No time like a person, I say. 3 cards for you, 3 cards for me. You flip one of yours over and I flip 2 of mine. Now what's your call? Will you be high or lower than mine? I call high. You're going to hide it? Alright, let's see what you got. My cards add up to 7 and you have a total of 19. I don't know if it was rigged or not. Congratulations, your guess was right. Usually I concede defeat at this point, but what do you say to the rematch? One more win and we'll talk about that favor. That's the spirit of me sort out today. Alright. I'm gonna call low. Watch as I be wrong. My cards add up to a total of 18, and you have a total of 21. I don't know how high these cards go. Oh dear, looks like the match goes for me. Oh, it's definitely low this time. Not gonna say anything because I'll probably jinx myself. Alright, she has 20, I have 15. Well, would you look at that? I think you got a knack for this, newcomer. Congratulations, victory's yours and the prize, I promise. That's all how delightfully wholesome. But if knowledge what you want, then you shall have it. In my humble estimation, I hope I said it right, the most wondrous thing about this town is how safe we are from the Sin Eaters. They say Lord Vari was born with the power to command him, which means no Elma needs to raise weapon in defense of the city. That's bullcrap. Was that the kind of thing you wish to know? If you still need scratching, you might get a few words out of the Afrin over there. There's not a merry sort like more than the sound of his voice. What's that? New to him, what you say? Haha. Oh, you're just surviving, you're already looking to peel away the layers of mystery? Oh, I'm all for chatting, but you need to slow down and enjoy life, my friend. I tell you what, you hop on stage and give us a dance first, then we'll have a little talk. That's the way, dance like there's no tomorrow. What's box step? Slash box. Oh, I said dance. Whistle. Now that was a show. You're welcome to climb on the stage anytime you like. So what was it you wanted to ask me? Oh yes, something about our fair city. Well, I can tell you it wasn't always so peaceful as it is today. The Elmo army may be the very essence of military might, but even our forces saw grievances laws in the war against the Sin Eaters. Things changed for us around 20 years ago. When the old ruler's son came to power, he got his way with the Eaters, you see. Turned them docilist as house cats. I wouldn't be exaggerating to say they're becoming something of an ally to Elmore. No longer an enemy to fear, and yes, elsewhere, there are still fools who insist on fighting the losing battles. Pah, a toast to Lord Varhier. You gain a primary sense of city. The Kais and Affluent will be expecting a return. Oh, these must be dancers. Calvinon. Oh yeah, by my idea of like, hey, I could be this party guy. It's like, there's no violence in here. Oh, you returned from your jaunt around the city so soon? You need to hurry back on up when I has yet to put brush to canvas. One cannot rush good art, I'm told, or good artists apparently. Ah, finally. I put together an assembly out of the garments you chose. This is satisfactory? Oh, goodness gracious me! That last outfit was precious, but this makes you look positively dashing. You're truly a handsome boy. How am I to decide? I don't recall this part of the artistic process. Exactly, the lad's an artist, dearest, not a dress-up doll. It's about time we set him to work for the reason we call him here. Mostly, I do love a good paint, but I thought since we're enjoying ourselves so thoroughly, well, I not that is say as long as you. Just make sure you give the lad time to prepare. We know he'll be upset if he's not ready to paint at a moment's notice. Whatever you say, darling. So, shall I pick out some jewelry next? Yeah, you can tell who runs the relationship. Well, I mean, I'll give props to Chai. He had patience. Were you wearing this in the Endwalker trailer? Don't remember. A blessed instrument. Lady Chai has particular sense of beauty and appearances that extend to how I should dress when I was painting. But this exception her worked in our favor. Time is spent indulging these distractions, and it is time you can continue your explorations. For this excursion, I would like you to delve into the layer below us and snip about the military headquarters. I'm sure the understory has its own tale to tell. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna check to see how long I've been streaming. Half hour. Time to do the old using classic. Weeping Warble. Sob, sniff. Is everything okay? You're not wanting to bind it, are you? Aren't you? Oh, you're wanting to bind it, aren't you? Like me? Please, I need your help. My throat is. I can't sing anymore. I've been making excuses, but it's not getting any better. My patron thinks I'm no use to him. Then sob. I need you to sneak out and describe my condition to blah blah. Here's a list of Sistrum and a hunk of more to pay for his medicine. Please, I have no one else to turn to. Oh, just bottom floor. No, I think we have to go outside. Yeah, we... Does freaking Chocobo stand there? The lighting ain't helping. Yeah, cause it's freaking living under the shadow of this place. Would have been nice to have a shader on, but you need medicine, tonic, potions. A cure for an ailing voice, is it? No, medicine will cure this. Methinks your songbird has a lump in her throat. It must be cut out. And even then the voice may never heal completely. Poor little songbird, they'll kick her out from the nest, I wonder, or simply silence her chirps. Oh, your face, you didn't know? Of the many hopefuls who enter the city, very few are ever seen to leave, even as corpses. Oh, you might see one or two fortunate fools hurry from the balcony, but the rest gone. A town of nightmares, is it? Not for the ship brats. Oh, no. I'm content to scurry around down here and nibble on the crumbs which fall from the tables. This consolation is over. You have my verdict, and I have my mole. Good day. I just want to get that other thingamajig. Oh, that was all the shards? Well, yeah, they don't need a shard on top, since they have the 8 right shard or thingamajig. Did you get my medicine? So that's it then? What am I to do? What am I to do if I can't sing? Ah, there you are, my sweet canary. Have you been crying again? Don't tell me your voice is not on the mid. Oh, generous sir, mercy, I've done all I can. But even the Akabatri said, So you've been suffering all this time. I'm sorry, my pet. I haven't realized your affliction with this grave. But you need it for it. I will now reward your hours of frolic by casting you out into the streets. You are too kind, sir, but what use am I if I cannot sing? I fear the day I become more burden to you than treasure. Then I shall have a word with Lord Violet and arrange of your accession in that paradise where residents neither pain nor illnesses will your song ring out clearly once again. Or perhaps you think it's a step too far. No, you would do that for me? Of course. Why, I would almost wish to hasten my own ascension, knowing your blessed instrument was waiting there to greet me. Sounds too good to be true. Oh, you must be a new arrival to harbor such doubt. Allow me to allay your suspicions. As all know, the sin eaters exist to devour the sinful, but also do they serve to gather souls of the innocent and shepherd them into the celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vary that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Vartry grace that the free people are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment. Until at last we are called to a final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should the patron deem them worthy. Lord Vartry is a good man, great man, isn't he? Now, if you excuse me, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Jeez. Is that how they keep the sinews away? By just offering them free meals? Can't find Aphanon. Trying to get a dramatic camera angle running upstairs, but I got nothing. Ooh, that's some nice armor. What we got here? I'm proud of you. Proud of you, boy. Good to see you back. You were taking so long I began to worry something had happened. I began sketching an outline of the portrait, but nay, the chats appeared otherwise occupied. Will you share what you your investigation have gleaned thus far? So, Lord Vary boasted some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters. Does gotta get some water. Does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the Sinister. As for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apocryphy, I think, and his ominous remarks. If so, many folks have entered the city over the years. Then where do they go? I take my eyes off you for a moment and you're chatting away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in blazes? It is so unflattering. Explain yourself, Aphanon. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should invoke image and affluence and nobility and overwhelm the viewer with its boundless beauty. Lord Chad, you state that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary. You're being a joyous union. It would seem to me that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism. I want perfection. God, I spit a bit when I said that. A speculation of shrunken jaw and weakened knees to make people cry out in amazement, not a fetch a blank canvas in. Screaming man. I say, did that come from above? Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A tale to make you cribble and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. I feel like that's a setup. A Moncanet, how dreadful. And this man is to face the sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mention is part of the emergent. The level above us were Lord Versailles. Ordinarily, it would be barred from entry, but it seems they'll be opening its door for the next while. The crown lift will take you up there. I better not travel then. Oh, Black Mage. What, a duck? What a freaking duck, Goose! Fuck. Join the crowd up there? Yes, I am. Next stream. The tail to get a goose. Oh, his voice.
That's him. That's Vorthri.
Holy hell, the Sin Eaters.
By Sin Eaters? But how does he keep them from attacking? Mercy! Mercy! By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Vorthri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Europe is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society. atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin eaters are part of Yulmore's society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
How kind of him to give an explanation, or to tell us everything.
So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Tis true that Kaishir won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus, to demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
People call this paradise.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so. Did that little worm just insult me?
Wow, it took him that long, huh?
I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! Then tear out their hearts!
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break, open some windows, maybe get a snack. Should get some lunch. Anyways, BRB.